You're out on the deck in your tidy whities.
Yes.
Mueller said he literally just picked you up and slammed you back down into the bed, and then it was just done. Zach had a night terror. All right, welcome back to Raising Heights with Zach and Tori. I am Tori.
I'm Zach.
What's up? This is part 2 of our questions for one another.
Yes.
So you guys sent in questions for me and questions for Zach, and we are asking each other those questions.
Yes.
Do we want to dive right into it, or do we want to do
peek and pit. Yeah,
okay,
peek and pit. What's your peek?
Well, my peek is we're done with all the birthdays and the celebrations.
What's the update?
And the things.
Like, how old are you?
33.
How old am I
Officially
now?
33. You're 34.
How old's Jackson?
Jackson's 7.
And Josiah?
Is 2.
And Lila's?
Still hanging out at 4.
Yeah, but she'll be 5 in November.
Yeah.
So, but our birthday week is over.
We're done with birthdays.
And Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. I like my love language for sure is celebrating, giving, all that stuff.
Buying stuff for people.
But I can always, like, May 13th rolls around and it's like a sigh of relief. Like, I can finally sit down and relax.
Now we just have like end of school and then summer. Which
end of school is also a busy time for me being a room mom.
Yeah. We got like a week or two so we can digest.
Yeah.
So.
But I think that's also part of my pit is it's all done. It's all over.
Yeah. No, it's my peak.
Because it's so much fun.
No,
your peak is it's being done.
It's done, but also my peak. Ooh, bathroom. The kids' bathroom.
You guys.
Cabinets.
Oh my gosh. Are we going to talk about this on here though?
No, it was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
Contractor took a while.
So
but we finally we lowered the cabinets in the kids' bathroom. So
which is awesome.
Which is awesome. They're not climbing Mount Everest every time they need to brush their teeth. So we lowered. That's going to be our one adjustment in the house. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be our only adjustment
for now
in the house for the kids. If you're not aware, they all have dwarfism, shorter. So
Zach did a really good job of, measuring how high would be appropriate for the kids to be able to.
But also, I think it's super appropriate height. Like anyone, if 30 years or whatever, even 5 years, we sell this house. No one's gonna look at that bathroom and be like, "What's this?"
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is the kids' bathroom. 100%. This makes sense."
But you guys, can I just vent for a second about kids' bathrooms and how disgusting they are?
I know,
especially with a boy. Boys are. Jackson was so easy to potty train, and it was that whole process was very easy.
Yeah.
But boys are gross. There's pee everywhere all the time. The walls, the ground, the baseboards. It's disgusting. There's always pee in that bathroom. What?
That's just a kid's bathroom.
But then when guests come over and use that bathroom, that's probably my number one most mortifying thing that happens.
It's not actually that bad for all the viewers out there. Tori's people will go use that they're more comfortable in that bathroom than our guest bathroom.
Because our guest bathroom is like nothing gets
like
touched in there.
Our friends, like a lot of dads of our friends, they'll go and use the kids' bathroom. They're like, this is just a normal bathroom. But Tori's mortified.
I have to close that door every time I walk by because it just smells like pee in there all the time.
Yeah.
But that whole process was so frustrating because we were told that this vanity was coming in the next day. So we pulled out the old vanity and it sat there for a month and a half.
And that was during our landscaping, our restoration then happened, our flooding happened, then we got sick. So it ended up being super annoying, but it's going to be
cool though.
And then the countertop is
Let's hope there's no issues with the countertop.
I know. The plumbing might still need to be lowered to fit the sinks, but I've been told that's not the case. So let's see what happens. Anyway, that's my peak, getting that countertop done.
Yes.
So I think the kids are going to love it. They're going to brush their teeth more. They're going to wash their hands more.
Like the hygiene habits the last month have been horrendous.
Yeah.
Because of that bathroom.
Yeah, not ideal.
Like brushing the teeth, washing the hands. Because they have to like get these giant stools to do it in our kitchen. They can't.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they can't even use the DAS stool. They have to use one of the stools that swivel. That terrifying.
No, it's gonna be great though. We're on the up and up and no more. That's our last major remodel. We got the landscaping. The shop is done. The bathroom. So we are solid now.
No more.
We are gonna sit for a while.
No more. We
no
are gonna
more, Tori.
sit here. I beg your pardon. I didn't do any. The landscape and the bathroom were both you. Thank you very much.
Very necessary. Very functional.
But don't Tori me. Okay, the restoration. Nobody saw
Tori
that one coming.
Tori has a hard time just sitting for like a couple months and doing. Nothing.
That's okay. You need to take this back because that is one thing. When we moved into this house, I was like, "There's nothing I want to change. Yeah. There's absolutely nothing that I'm sitting here that I want to change."
Nothing you want to change, but changing the bathroom was appropriate for the kids. I didn't want to change the bathroom.
But you need to take it back that I'm going to sit. I've been sitting for 2 years. I'm happy with my house.
I'm not saying a house remodel. Then some trip, something's going to come up and you're going to be like, let's go.
I just want to sit in my backyard on my porch swing and watch my kids go in the pool. Like that's all I want to do. I just want to sit and enjoy my summer and not do any more projects. And then we're going to Baltimore in like a month.
Yeah.
2 months? Yeah. No, month. It's like a month and a half. Month and a half. I'm dreading it. Honestly, I'm so excited to go see friends and I'm so excited to go to LPA, all that. I am dreading going on a trip this summer. Like I am.
I love that Tori just wants to sit. This is what I've been begging for my whole life.
I do. We did have
9 years. We're on to 9 years in July.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Our thing is I feel like my life was so crazy growing up. So many trips.
Yeah.
So many everything, TV, whatever, friends over. Our house was always filled. And now, like, I'm in this age, I just want to literally sit. I could sit for the next 10 years and do nothing and be totally content. Oh, yeah. Tori's, like, living it up, though.
I don't know, though. I think you've rubbed off on me a lot.
God bless.
Because I used to, like, guys, now, don't really want to travel. I just want to stay home and hang out. And also, I can't stand crowds. I used to, like, for Zach, I used to just be like, let's go do this festival. And let's go to this concert. And let's go to this place that has 7 million people there. Yeah. And I used to be all about it. And now I literally can't even go to Costco unless it's a Monday morning and there's no one there.
Yeah, I love it. It's my dreams.
It's so good.
Dreams are coming. My dreams are coming true. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Honestly, mine are too, though, because I've just decided people are not that much fun to be around. So,
all right, I got some questions for you today. I got quite a few.
Do we got some spicy ones, or are they all pretty?
Oh, they're kind of.
Zach's kind of,
Well, we did it through your Instagram, so like no one was like,
No one was what?
No one I think got too spicy.
My life is not that spicy, so.
All right, let's start off with a fun one. Do you have any new interests or hobby, and do you still do photography?
Ooh.
This is from Slims.
I think as far as new interests, probably not.
Got it. Photography though, you're still. But
photography, I am all about photography. Yeah. I love photographing my family, other people's family, and this is going to make a lot of Nikon users really mad. But we invested in a Canon specifically for this podcast.
If no one noticed, season 2 we've upgraded cameras.
Camera's a little bit nicer. So. The camera last year was like the bane of my existence. I could not figure it out for the life of me, and it probably was just me. But
because apparently a lot of podcasters use that camera, but we couldn't.
But I just couldn't do it. So I invested in a Canon, and I love it. Like sorry Nikon.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to ditch my Nikon and go full on to the Canon situation because the more I've been editing and shooting with the Canon, whew.
So you are very much still into photography.
I am very much still into photography.
But you have no new interests or hobbies.
I don't know. Would you say I do?
No.
My cricket. I'm all about my cricket.
But you've had that.
But I've had that. Yeah. I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah, Tori does make all these cute, jerseys and shirts and everything. But you've had those interests.
I have.
So, all right.
I haven't changed much there.
Mama Cat 52, will you return to teaching?
Ooh.
And hang on, we're going to add one. Will we consider homeschooling when kids get older? And that's from Hollyworld 83.
Oh, that was 2 questions in one?
2 questions.
Wow. Okay, so the first one.
To teaching?
I get this question more than anything on my social media if I will return to teaching. And I don't know. Wait, what did you say?
You
I
will
will
not.
not. I really
You
don't.
will not in a public school capacity.
I mean, never say never. That's not necessarily true. I think in today's climate, no, I would not go back to public school at least. However, I feel like I get the best of both worlds right now because I am a stay-at-home mom, but then I also get to volunteer and sub at my kids' school.
Yep.
Which is like awesome.
So you think you will go back to teaching in a regular way?
I think once all of our kids are in school,
yeah,
I can't just sit at home.
At their school, or would you go into the public school system?
No, I would definitely go for their school. I don't know. I never say never. Public school is just...
This is surprising to me for all the viewers. Yeah. I thought you were very adamant against ever going back.
However, I will say though too, when I taught,
You're being nice right now.
No, I'm not. This is true.
Okay.
And like, listen, you've heard me say this before. When I taught kindergarten. I always loved what I did, but I hated my job. I loved working with the kids. I could go every single day, hang out with 5 and 6 year olds, and it never gets old for me. Like It's fun. It's entertaining. I feel fulfilled. Thank you. I feel like it's definitely a calling of mine to work with kids. However, being at a public school, even when I taught back, 6-7 years ago, it was hard. It's hard when you're constantly testing and you're constantly... They're 5,
So you're not just talking about maybe the politics or whatever.
No, I'm just talking about I'm talking about the rigor of school in general is now that I'm a mom and have my kids and all, especially in kindergarten, I just want them to be good people. I want them to show up to school, learn how to be in a social situation, and I don't want to have to test them every other day. That was very difficult for me to wrap my brain around.
I think Jackson being our firstborn does make us recognize that school is not always built for mostly, in my opinion, boys. And to your point of all the testing and everything, sometimes it's like we want our kids just to enjoy school. Yeah. Like all that stuff.
Well, and I think too, my outlook on school is different. Yeah. Growing up, school was the most important thing to me. It's all that mattered. It was very...
You get good grades?
It was this. I got excellent grades. I got 4.0 in high school. I was that's all. That was really important to me. Yeah. And now that I'm done with school, it's hard because not to say that I wasted my life, but it wasn't the most important thing. Yeah. School was not the most important thing, and
especially with our kids now. Yeah, we're
that. And I have a degree and I don't use it. Yeah. And I have done other things, and I think I learned a ton in school, and I loved school.
So will we consider homeschooling? That's kind of a weak question, but what's your opinion?
Take every year as it comes.
Yeah.
I feel like every child is different. Every year is different.
Yeah, we appreciate school, but we would keep our kids.
We'll see. We'll take each year as it goes.
Yeah. So we like what it does for our kids and everything. And Jackson's very sociable, so I know. I think it would be hard to
social. He's very social, not sociable.
Okay, we mentioned high school earlier.
Yeah.
When you were in high school, who was your celebrity crush?
Okay, I got made fun of all the time for this from all of my friends because it's such a weird one. But John Krasinski.
Oh, wow.
Jim Halpert from The Office. Yeah, I just thought I needed a Jim.
Did you like John, or did you like the relationship he had with Pam?
Oh, 100% the relationship he had with Pam. I was like, that's what I want. That's my future. There we go.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. All right, moving back to me. What is your favorite story about Zach?
Gosh, that's a hard one. One that somebody has told me about you.
I don't know. Yeah. What's your favorite story? Or what story? If someone says, "Hey, tell me about Zach," what story would you say? Man, it's been a while since we've heard.
Okay, wait, I've got one. Okay, so this is from Mueller, but we were in your old bedroom in the farmhouse upstairs, and we were talking about your night terrors.
Oh yeah.
And how when you would have all of the boys, you'd all cram into that room at the farmhouse and have a sleepover.
Yeah.
And Zach would there was one instance that you shot up. He would have night terrors and start screaming at people and run around. And Mueller said he literally just picked you up and slammed you back down into the bed, and then it was just done. No more sleepovers that night.
That's a good one.
You should tell the one about at the farm.
Which one?
Oh my, you guys, he's had so many night terrors and they're absolutely terrifying.
Oh yeah, we were sleeping in the guest room.
We were sleeping in the guest room. This is spicy. Whoa. We were
sleeping in the guest room, and there's a little like man
hatch
cave
door,
closet or whatever. Yeah, hatch.
Yeah, which I'm already terrified because I've watched Paranormal Activity, and that door is Paranormal
like a little
Activity.
Crawl space, but like a wall door crawl space thing.
Yeah.
All right, and so I spring up in the middle of the night, and I go. I'm pointing at this door, and I go. There's 3 of us. There's 3 of us. Like there's
there's 2 of us. There's 2 of us.
And Tori was already scared at the farm at
I
night. It was all
everything
spooky.
about that place.
She gets up, leaves.
It's 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
I live 45 minutes away.
She leaves. She gets in her car and leaves. And I'm standing there going, what?
like kicking rocks in the driveway as I'm leaving.
And I just go back to sleep. No, I go back to sleep probably.
You probably
and then in the morning, I'm like, well, that was weird. Like, why'd she leave?
Those were terrifying. And then there was another time that we were at our house, and our back deck had a hole in it, and so was getting replaced. And there was probably a 2-foot gap in between the door and this is on a second story, so it's like a 2-foot gap in between the door and the deck. And Zach had a night terror. Runs outside in his tidy whities.
Runs out of the room.
Runs out of the room, like throws open the sliding glass door, and you're out on the deck in your tidy whities.
Yeah. Somehow
jumped this 2-foot. Oh my gosh! I'm like, you're gonna die. You're actually gonna die. So your favorite
stories about me are all night terror related.
Oh, night terror. Oh my gosh.
All right, great question. All right, what is your biggest struggle as a mom? Toshi75 asked this.
I don't know. There's so many. Oh my gosh. There's so many, but I think that
I would say it's worrying about your kids.
I think that I think my biggest struggle, like worrying about your kids, is just that's natural. I think my biggest struggle is those days that you're just exhausted and your patience is wearing thin. Yeah. And then I feel like I'm short with my kids because I am not in a good headspace, and those are always like the days that when I put them to bed, I'll go to bed and just be so upset with myself because I'm like, did I give them enough grace today? Did I give them enough of my patience and my love? And, because our kids are all at very difficult ages. They all want our attention nonstop. They all want both of us to be paying attention, both of us to be playing with them. And they're not independent yet. And, and like I a lot of times will have guilt with Jackson, especially because our 2 younger ones currently are a lot more needy than he is. And so he'll sometimes get put on the back burner of like, hold on, can you wait while I take care of this? And, then he'll go to bed and I'll just think, gosh, did I spend enough time with him today? Did I talk to him enough? So I think mom guilt, I think we all struggle with like, I don't know, patience and just grace.
That's a good one. Yeah, Jackson's at this age. He's in a different season of life where he wants to play with us. But like Josiah and Lila still need us, need our help with bathroom, opening something, whatever it is. And it's difficult to dedicate time to him. Yeah. And, because his siblings have needs. Right. And to, appease his wants. And
I think that Josiah is at this age where he can't communicate effectively yet. And I sometimes lose my patience because he tends to yell a lot and he tends to cry or demand things.
He's a little bully.
and like most of the time I'm fine with it. Most of the time I'm really good about like saying like, okay, ask this way. This is what you want. And I'm patient with him. But oh my gosh, there's some days that I'm like, stop yelling at me. Like stop yelling. I don't like this is I can't have patience.
This is my own question from this. Do we practice gentle parenting?
Absolutely not.
But we attempt.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we're gentle parenting. I think I'm big on love and logic, which I think you also have kind of adapted that outlook. Gentle parenting is I think we're pretty direct with our kids. We're pretty but I do think we give them a lot of options, which I think has helped them a ton because they're able to feel like they have some ownership over their actions and their choices by using love and logic. And it's just like giving your kids choices. Like you can have this or this. Which one would you like? If you pick this one, these are the consequences. If you pick this one, these are the consequences,
okay,
good or bad. Yeah. But I think that love and logic is like a really I mean, that's what I used when I taught.
Yeah.
And it's like poured over.
There's sometimes though with our kids, I'm like, here's what you're getting.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's why I think gentle parenting, to me at least, and I don't know a ton about it, I'm not an expert, but gentle parenting to me is dancing around the topics and no, there's times that I think we're way too direct. Zach and I's like personality is too direct to be gentle parents, but like we're not like the opposite of gentle.
Yeah. No.
We're not like extreme in either direction, but.
Okay. What are your 5, 10, 15-year goals as a person you would like to achieve? It's easy to get lost in mom life. And MZ Scruzz?
We could have a whole episode of Zach just trying to. Wow. I don't know. Like, I think that.
Hypothetically, in 15 years, we'll still have a child in the house.
Yeah,
so
so I'll still be a mom at that point. Well, I'll be a mom, hopefully, till I will be a mom.
Well, okay, this year, you're running a 5K.
No, I'm not.
Or you're running a half marathon.
Beg your pardon. I do that in my sleep. Sorry. Okay, roll off.
Yeah, beg your pardon. You're running a half marathon.
Yeah, that's not really.
Fitness goals?
I have definitely learned, though, that my goal in life is not to be a runner.
Yeah.
Like, everyone keeps saying, you're gonna love it. You're gonna find this love for it. Man, haven't found it. Have not found the love for running. But it is cool to have a fitness goal. And I feel like that's when I'm done with running a marathon, half marathon. Whoa. Yeah, when I'm done with running a half marathon, it will be interesting to see, like, okay, what's my next goal for fitness? Because I definitely am not where I want to be physically. And so there's definitely like other goals I want to set.
I think you're great physically.
Yeah, I could always be better. Oh. We're going to talk about that, though, in another episode. Yeah. I have some thoughts on that, so we're going to save that for another episode. Yeah. But
no, that would be a good one. All right, 10 years, 15 years, do you have any? You've always wanted to write a book.
Oh, babe, there you go.
Not to sound like every other roll-off, but...
Yeah. I do actually really want to write a book, and I have 2 ideas. Should I give them away?
No. Absolutely not.
I have 2 that one is like for fun and one is but I think it would be really fun to write a book and to say that I did that. Do you have any
travel goals? 5, 10, 15
Scotland. That's all I want to do is go to Scotland.
Is it because of Outlander though, or like
Outlander definitely started it, but I've fallen in love with the culture of Scottish and like
because of Outlander.
It started. Can you relax over there? It started there. But
when I met you, it was all about Australia.
Which I did that. And so then I had to have a new travel goal, which Australia also was amazing. Yeah. And I would go back to Australia in a heartbeat.
All right. Superpower. If you had one superpower, what would it be? Go back in time, flying, strength.
My superpower, I feel like, could I get by in the day without having to sleep? That would be my superpower. So like, never having to sleep, just always having energy,
full on energy,
just full energy all the time, so that I have the energy to like bounce back and forth to all events that we have. What?
Isn't that like testosterone a little bit?
I don't know.
Like, isn't that why guys can like roll?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. But... Okay.
Wait, what's your? Wait,
I don't like that superpower in you.
Wait, what's your superpower? Because you have a good one. What's your superpower that you would have?
Bilingual. Mm-hmm. If I could immediately, I'm terrible at memory. I can't memorize. Back in the day, memorizing Bible verses at school, like I could never do that. Mm-hmm. I can't pronounce worth a darn. Not even English, rolling my R's. Are being laid down. But so if I had all the skills to be perfectly bilingual, yes. I think bilingual is one of the coolest things in the world. And I know we have some international people and like other parts of the world, like being bilingual is just a super normal thing. Yeah, it's super incredible.
But we consider that to be a superpower when somebody can switch back and forth between 2 different languages. That's not just so like, cool.
And it's not just switching back between words or whatever. Like there's different like tones and
like dialects
and like cultures that like certain things mean different, and it's all very fascinating. Yeah. So I would be bilingual. Thank you for asking me.
You're welcome.
All right, let's 2 more.
Okay.
What is, I guess we already said this though, dream vacation?
Scotland.
Dream vacation.
Scotland.
Dream?
Scotland.
Okay.
Take me to Scotland without the children. Me and you without the children.
Dream vacation, no kids, just 100%. Your husband in a castle, no castle.
We'll stay in a couple castles. The cool thing about Scotland, though, is they have these pods everywhere.
What time of year?
Fall.
Got it.
Keep going.
If anyone from Scotland has an opinion on this,
I want to go in the fall, but so many places in Scotland that's kind of I don't know if it's a new thing, but I've seen it a lot, is they have these pods set up all over the place. So you can stay in a couple castles here and there, stay in a couple pods here and there. There's so many cool spots to stay in Scotland. And I want to do like a road trip. I want to be dropped off in Edinburgh and go like through the Highlands and out to the island of Skye. Beer. It's whiskey.
Whiskey and beer there.
I can do whiskey. I don't know if I can do beer.
Got it.
Beer is not really my jam. I'm sure most people know at this point, but I cannot keep
Tori's not
any sort of geography straight.
So honestly, do you know where Scotland is?
Yeah, stop it. Okay. I do know where Scotland is.
What country is it connected to?
The UK.
Okay. England. United, right? The United Kingdom is Scotland,
right?
Wales, and England.
It's
all combined.
It's just those three.
And Northern Ireland, I think. That's considered the UK. And then the England is right below Scotland.
Got it. See, I don't know.
Maybe I'm learning something.
I have no idea.
All right. Yeah. And we kind of already asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is from Mama Jess 506.
I would love to grow my photography business. Like I've always said, I want to do more photography and turn it into a business, but it's terrifying to turn your art into a business.
Do we still see ourselves on, do you still see yourself on social media in 5 years?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where social media goes in 5 years.
Yeah.
Because I think right now, I don't know, like social media, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. Yeah. It can be, and I think that we're extremely blessed in that I don't, like the people who follow us and that I interact with on social media are nine times out of 10 great experiences. Yeah. Like it's fun, but I mean, I can see it getting super toxic and super
There's another podcast, they talked about it, like if it wasn't for like it also being a business for us.
Right. Oh yeah.
We would be off social media in a heartbeat.
And I think that's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I struggle sometimes because I feel like I do get a lot of really good ideas from social media.
Yeah.
You know, for like teacher gifts or parties or, you know, whatever. But I think that social media can be such a comparison game.
Oh, yeah.
And that I already struggle so much with comparison and, you know, watching other people's lives and thinking like, oh, why, I should do that more or I should be more like that. And that.
Have you ever thought that it could also be the backwards, or like people are looking at your social media and you're contributing to their feelings, them feeling
right,
like, wait a minute, look how cute that looks.
Oh yeah, which I hope, I mean, that's a really good point, but I'm here to say right now my life is not perfect, and I think that that's one of the things that we try
every picture Tori posts on social media, there was probably 15 before that. So.
Well, just the ones from Jackson's birthday party. The whole time I'm setting up, I'm like, you guys, I just want one photo, just one.
No one feel bad if you look at our social media. If you look at Tori's
I don't
social
think they
media,
look at my social media.
No, they do. I know people do. I've seen. If you look at Tori's social media, know that it.
But I think that like we try to really preach that a lot of like, and you do a great job of pulling me back down to earth, because I think I could very easily get wrapped up in the aesthetic of everything and making everything very cohesive and perfect looking. And that's not reality. Our life, my house is a wreck 9 times out of 10. My house is like a disaster. There's toys and stuff everywhere. And
your house is not a wreck.
And I also I think that the biggest thing that I always say is I only post the good parts of my life, of our life. Like I don't post the times that my kids are throwing a tantrum or, you know, they made a mess.
You have posted at times saying, "Hey, today was hard, and this is why."
Right, I think that that's the reason why I do that, is to reiterate, my life is not perfect, and I only share the good parts. And you know, when I do have those bad days, I think it can be encouraging to share those, especially with other moms, and you know, because social media is a wild ride. It's just not, it can be fun, but it's also not at the same time.
Yeah. But, awesome. Well, that's all I got. That's all the viewers sent us.
Thanks, Roloff.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, love it. So your high school celebrity crush was
John Krasinski. Yeah. John Krasinski, if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the what was it? The Good News something?
Podcast?
No, it was like a thing that happened during COVID that it got so negative in the world, and so I forget what it was called. New Year's
he just came out with some good.
It was like every day he would pick stories about
positive.
This is what was good about today.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like that I'm like, gosh, everyone needs a John Krasinski in their life.
Am I not it?
I got it.
Okay.
I got the shorter version of it.
All right. Well, that wraps up today. Next week we have guests on the podcast.
We do.
So very exciting. We have
That's a good one too.
Yeah, there's some opposing views too. I've ranted.
Wait, what?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we got some opposing views, which is very exciting for me. I love that debate. And yeah. So all right. You want to end us off?
I do. All right. Do your best. Forget the rest.